Hey, welcome back to Snapbolt Games. My name's Max, and we're doing something a little different today. I'm going to be doing a vintage cube draft and recording the league, see how it goes. I want to quickly shout out my channel before we get into this pick and then the rest of the draft. It is youtube.com/snapbolt. Go to my channel and check it out. Subscribe if you like my content. Play a lot of Pauper on there. I've played a lot of Modern Legacy in the past, done a lot of vintage cube and other cube formats in the past, but we're going to do a vintage cube draft today. So this pack is really, really weak. There's a Hallowed Fountain, there's a Hymn to Turok, which is probably the strongest card. There's a Gitaxian Probe, which is kind of non-committal. I think I'm leaning towards taking Probe. There's also a Hex Shrinker. Maybe I just take that. Hex Shrinker is really strong. It's a really good card. It is a green card. I think it's between Hallowed Fountain, Hex Shrinker, and Probe for me. There's also Hymn to Turok, like I said, but none of the other cards I really want to take at all. But I think Hex Shrinker is really strong. It's just kind of like exactly what the name says it is, like a mini Progenitus. People call it that. So start with that and just right into a blue card. Somehow I just always end up with blue and green cards. I don't know how that happens, but just at the end of the draft, I'm like, wow, all my cards are blue and green. I'm just joking, obviously, but I do kind of lean towards that. Force of Negation is strong here. Taiga is decent. Unholy Heat is whatever. It's fine. Nothing else really to speak of, honestly, in this pack. Both of Druids is hard to make work. I don't like Corpse Dance all that much. Winds of Abandon is actually okay, but definitely not on the mana drain level. So whoever had this pack, who was passing to us, which was what is that? FGC's passed this to us. They must have taken like a piece of power or something else good. I mean, mana drain is very, very good. So we'll slam that. Now, I think it's a pretty easy Scalding Tarn. This is a blue-green land, which is good considering what we have. Dismember is also good, but fetch lands are really, really good. They're a lot better, especially to take early than taking these type of lands. Both of these are blue-green lands, but it's better to have the fetch land, and then once you have that, then any dual land in your colors gets a lot better. Plus, like if you have Scalding Tarn, and then you get any like breeding pool, tropical island, then you can also get like I don't know a Sacred Foundry, and then all of a sudden this is a four-color land. So the fetch lands are really, really strong. Let's take that. All right, I think this is actually a pretty easy one for me. I like looked at the pack and saw these lands. I was like, ooh, these lands look decent. But Pest Infestation is really, really good. We already have one green card in Hex Drinker, which is a good card to go with it. Um, there's a lot of artifacts, obviously, in the Vintage Cube and some good enchantments. You can also just like pay X equals 3 and have only one target or zero targets and just make a bunch of pests. It makes twice X pests. So if you pay like 7 mana, X equals 3, you still get to make 6 pests. And that's usually often good enough. So this is just a really, really good card. Let's slam it. Spawning Mycospawn, Myco, Sowing Mycospawn is interesting, but I don't think it's the pick. I think for us, we're probably going to take one of these blue cards. Ledger Shredder, fine. Trinket Mage can be good, but I think I'm just going to take Cryptic Coat. It's just a nice 3 mana, 3/2 unblockable Ward 1. Can provide a lot of value as the game goes along. Yeah, I like a Cryptic Coat here. We'll take it. All right. Now we have another mini Progenitus in True Name Nemesis. We have Uro. We have Teferi Time Raveler. I think with a Cryptic Coat, Hex Shrinker, True Name seems really good. Now we have like a lot of just things that are kind of unblockable, hard to deal with stuff. Uro, I do like since we have two blue cards, two green cards, and a Scalding Tarn. But Uro is a little harder to make work. It is really good, and if we end up straight blue green, Uro might be better than True Name. But I think just taking True Name is a little bit safer. I'm gonna do that, and I would want water. I can't speak here. I would want the Grove here, Waterlogged Grove, but I'm gonna take Bop, Birds of Paradise. This card's great. It's exactly what we want to do. Really good card in the cube. Slam it. And now we have our choice between, I guess, a blue-green talisman, which seems decent, but I think I'm going to take one of these creatures. It looks like we're kind of just like low to the ground, blue and green cards, and I think I'm just going to take Sentinels over Haywire Might. Another good 3-drop. If we get any more like Birds of Paradise, Noble Hierarch type cards, it gets really good. Maybe we can pick up a Mox Blade on turn 2. Again, Haywire Might's solid, but I'd rather just have the solid threat in Sentinels. And now I can take Dryad, Kasali Pride Mage, Relic. I think those are the only cards I can really consider. I don't think I want Gruul Turf. Probably not playing Dryad, right? I think I'll just take Relic. Maybe play it, maybe not. I don't think I want Dryad, though. Alright, after taking the Relic, which I'm not planning on mainboarding, but we could. I'll take a Yapamaya here. I could take a Sylvan Safekeeper in case we want to be like NADU if we get a NADU, but the only thing I don't like about Yapamaya and Urborg is like they can potentially help the opponent too, but I think it's still worth it. And I don't think we're really bench mining here. Could just take Escape to the Wilds and maybe play it. We already have a Scalding Tarn. I don't really like Satyr Wayfinder that much either. Could be fine in this deck. But I'll just take an Escape. Maybe our mana is good enough to play it, maybe not. I could take an Oliphant to help our mana. I could take a Lush Portico. Our Scalding Tarn doesn't get that, or I could take a Goyf. Maybe there is a world where I want just Tarmogoyf, but I don't think so. Soy Mega Spawn's gonna be so hard to kick. Maybe it's still the pick out of these. I don't. Pick Your Poison, I guess, is a fine card to main deck. Maybe I just take it. Okay. I'll take a Copperline Gorge. I don't think I'm Field of the Deading. And that was pack 1. Okay. Nice. In pack 2, we get a pretty straightforward Mox Emerald. No question about it. Snapcaster Mage is good. Fury is really good, but we have 2 red cards right now. Swords to Plowshares. Wow. This is like opposite of our first pack. This pack is pretty strong. Deep Cavern Bat's also pretty decent. This just pack has a lot of really good picks. And yeah, if Mox Emerald wasn't here, Plow, Fury, Snapcaster Mage, I'm not really like set up to take Plow, but I'm just saying it with the powerful cards. If Mox Emerald wasn't here, would I take Snapcaster Mage or would I just take Fury? I would maybe just take Fury. We have 2 red cards. We can just pick up more red cards. It's just good to cast. We could just maybe be Rug. And if we don't play it, we miss out on a Snapcaster. But yeah, we're slamming Mox here. Okay, this is an interesting one too. Mystic Confluence, great blue card, but Minx and Boo I think is just too strong. I really like Time Warp as well. Maybe we get super lucky and get Time Warp or Mystic Confluence back. Unlikely, but gonna just slam Minx and Boo. And now we have Copperline Gorge, Scalding Tarn, and Oliphant. So we already have at least 3 red sources for Minx and Boo, and maybe we play Escape to the Wilds too if we just want like a big draw card, which seems decent with what we have. We have Mox, Birds of Paradise to add some extra mana, and then we can just escape, get a bunch of value. But yeah, I'm gonna take Minx and Boo and play it. And slam in Oko. I haven't even looked at the rest of the pack, but we're gonna take Oko here. Deck's really coming together. We want, again, Noble Hierarch and more cards that allow us to play our really good 3-drops on turn 2 more consistently. We want to play Minx and Boo early. So yeah, slamming Oko, not that close. And going from there. And now I'm going to take Breeding Pool over Flooded Strand because we do want to at least have 1 untapped blue-green land. Really good with Scalding Tarn now. We essentially have 2 Breeding Pools in our deck. Maybe we'll be able to wheel like a tap blue-green land. We won't wheel this. Chromeboard Toasted Shark is also really good and would be really good in our deck, but I think the land is too important. Our spells are already so strong. Hex Drinker, Mana Drain, Oko, Minx and Boo, True Name Nemesis, Pest Infestation. We just want to make sure we can cast our spells at this point. Okay. There are some good combos with Vault-Born Tyrant, like Flash. Could take an Avacyn's Pilgrim, but it kind of adds like colorless mana, so it's not as tempting. I could also take Fast Bond, because if I get any like Wheel of Fortunes and or like a Narset to go with that, that could be really strong. Maybe Fast Bond. I don't like just playing Fast Bond with like nothing to go with it, but I do like Fast Bond if you have like Wheel of Fortune effects. Is that better than just taking a Vault-Born Tyrant? I think it is higher upside. I'll take the Fast Bond. I think this card has gotten better over time too, with just like people able to do more broken stuff in the cube. Okay. Slamming Misty Rainforest, not close. Over Huatli and Outland Liberator. Also, I like Phantasmal Image a fair amount. There's also a Path still here, but slamming Misty. Nice. Simic Growth Chamber, Boreal Grazer, Phyrexian Metamorph are the strongest cards. Um, would I even play Grazer? Could just take a Growth Chamber. Maybe if Grazer 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 comes back as the last card, which it could. Maybe we'll play it. Ooh, Bonnie Paul or Endurance? I really want to try Bonnie Paul. I've never tried it in Vintage Cube before. But Endurance is just so much cheaper and deals with graveyards. It's just got to be Endurance. I can take a tapped green Surveil Land. I don't like Edge of Autumn at all, really. Oh, Edge, Augur of Autumn at all. Might play a tapped green Surveil Land. I don't think we're Soul Cauldroning. Maybe there's a white card we end up wanting to play. And we're not like Dryading to try to like Valakut Dryad them or anything. Just take Temple Garden, probably don't play it. So exploration to maybe go with our Fast Bond, which probably isn't working out anyway. Green Sun gets us Hex Drinker, Birds, Endurance, Sentinels. It's already good enough. Like, it's 2 mana Birds of Paradise or Hex Drinker, 4 mana Sentinels or Endurance, Sorcery Speed. That's like already enough, and we could probably get some more to go with it. It's looking good. All right, rounding out pack 2, we do wheel the Seed Shark. I don't want Light from the Loam, but I will definitely play Seed Shark and really need a couple more elves. Again, I didn't really want Avacyn's Pilgrim. I would have rather had Llanowar Elves or Elvish Mystic, over that. But we'll slam the Seed Shark and we might play this. We might end up playing this. We have so many threes that just like getting any of them out early is worth it. Might play this Outland Liberator too, just to have another 2-drop. There's the Grazer last pick. Might play that, especially now that we have the Growth Chamber. Makes it a little bit better. All right, pack 3. There's Primeval Titan. There's Stern Scolding. There's Expressive Iteration. I feel like I did a cube draft. I didn't record it. I had a Grave Titan, and I didn't really even want to play it. I just like needed one more big thing, and it wasn't that good. Primeval Titan is really strong. We don't have anything that good to get with it. We could just get like Bounce Land, Surveil Land with it. But that being said, I still think I'm going to take Iteration or Stern Scolding over it. Kind of want to just take Expressive Iteration. Maybe Stern Scolding to have more interaction is the play, but I think I'm just going to take Iteration. Just a nice card draw spell. There's Nadu. There's also Elvish Mystic, Lotus Cobra, Miscalc. How many ways do we have to target our own stuff? Like Oko can do it. I mean, Nadu's just like fine, right? We don't really have combos with it. We have Cryptic Coat to equip. But it's also just a 3 mana 3/4 flying. Maybe I should just take Miscalc and then I'll wheel like one of these guaranteed almost. Like we got a Boreal Grazer last pick, we wheeled Avacyn's Pilgrim. Green seems relatively open. Miscalc is really, really strong. Maybe I want the Nadu. Could also still pick up like another combo with it. 10 creatures right now. I think Miscalc's probably the pick. I kind of want to take Nadu just to try to like see how it is. It's 3 mana, 3/4 flying. That if they try to kill it, I get a Nadu trigger. Might be able to wheel it. Nice. Slam Noble Hierarch here. I mentioned it multiple times. It's exactly what we want. Hopefully we get that Nadu back. If not, we'll be okay. Ooh. I was like 6 seems really good in this deck, but it's a late mana crypt. I think people still don't respect this card. It is so, so good. I think Soul Ring generally is better, but you can just pretty easily play, especially any single color 3-drop on turn 1. You can pretty easily play 4-drops on turn 2. It's just so good. There was that famous moment in one of the Mox cube drafts. The I forget the name. I'm so bad with names of cards and people, but the feature drafter who was a really good vintage cube drafter with a really high win rate. Pack one, pick one, took a Blade Splicer over a Mana Crypt, and then just went into like Blade Splicer white mid-rangey deck and just didn't take the Mana Crypt. I still think that's completely wrong, but they knew what they were doing and they went for it. Okay, Upheaval seems pretty good, but I'm gonna just take Delighted Halfling. I would also want Tireless Tracker. I think it would actually be track. I think it's like the pick is Halfling and then Tracker, then Upheaval. Upheaval is a really good, unique way to win that can get you out of like a lot of games where you're like really far behind, but you might be able to go like Upheaval, replay land, replay Halfling, and then you can win that game. But I still think I'm just gonna Halfling here. Maybe we'll get it back. Fabled Passage. I could take Serum Visions, Dress Down, Tidebinder. I think I just take this Fabled Passage. I can play one mountain in my deck. And then I get another blue, green, and red source. Seems better than these random blue cards. Let's take it. We're gonna have to make some cuts here. Fastbond not looking like it's gonna do it. Avacyn's Pilgrim might not make the cut as well. This Territorial Kavu might make the cut though. We don't have a plains yet, but I think we have pretty much everything else. Oh no, we don't. Oh, I guess we'll have an actual mountain. We have a temple. Oh no, we even have a temple garden we could play. I think I might just want to take Questing Beast though and just play that. I think this card's actually reasonable. Then we don't have to like play these worse off-color lands. Could just play Scavenging Ooze. Could play a Golos, but I don't think we want Golos. Just take the Scoos. Let's go with that. All right, this is our pack 3, pick 1 coming back to us. And yeah, I'm going to take Stern Scolding here. Solid. Was the Nadu in the next pack? I think it was. And we took Miscalculation over Nadu. So hopefully we get the Nadu back, especially now that we've gotten the Delighted Halfling and Noble Hierarch. So Nadu gets better. Nice. And all of these green cards wheeled. So I thought that would happen, and lucky enough, I'm going to slam the Nadu over the Elvish Mystic, I think. Since we already have, again, Noble, Halfling, Bop, and maybe play this Avacyn's Pilgrim and or Grazer. I might play Nasika's Chariot. Seems really good. Gonna have to definitely make some cuts here. Sylvan Library? We could play that too. Wow. This is gonna be kind of hard to make cuts, I think. Oh, Tracker came back? Upheaval was taken, but Geez, maybe cutting even like Sentinels here is fine, just because we have so many good 3 drops. I don't think I need to play Escape to the Wilds. I'll just start messing with stuff in deck building. I think I will play Iteration and Minx and Boo though. I'm definitely playing Minx and Boo, and I think I'm playing Iteration too. Just because we have, I think, enough red sources to support it. I don't want to play Neshoba Brawler. I don't think I need to play a Boreal Grazer. I think it's just a fine card, but maybe not high enough upside. We don't have that many ways to trigger Nadu, but I still think it's just good enough. Oh, I can have Relic in the sideboard, and I can main deck this pick your poison here. Let's take out our mana sources. This is 29 cards. We have so many playables. Grazer, you're out. Avacyn's Pilgrim, you're out. I could sideboard the Scavenging Ooze. I think I kind of like that. I already have Endurance too. Sentinels is probably the worst out of my 3 drops. I think I can cut Escape to the Wilds as well. And then I could play 16 lands with an Oliphant. My Green Sun Zenith targets are Questing Beast. Oh, that was another reason to take Questing Beast there. Gives us a little top end up for the Zenith. Questing Beast. The Primeval Titan did get taken, which is interesting. Questing Beast, Tracker, Endurance, Outland Liberator, and then Noble, Hexdrinker, Halfling, Bop. Yeah, these are definitely the best 4 cards. I could not main deck Pick Your Poison, and I could play like Skoos or Sentinels over Pick Your Poison. Maybe that's better, and then sideboard in Pick Your Poison if they have a fair amount of artifacts or any of the above. Yeah, maybe this is better because we do have. Maybe I even want like Grazer, and then what's another card I can cut? Nothing really. Could play 16 mana sources, including Oliphant, but I think that is worse. Yeah, maybe I just don't need Sentinels because I have 7 4 drops still, and or 3 drops still, and then I could play Grazer just to try to have one more way. Because right now I have Noble, Halfling, Bop, but this gives me one more way to play these 3 drops, and maybe Grazer is better than Avacyn's Pilgrim. Grazer's only bad in like a land light hand. We don't have that many lands in our deck. Maybe Grazer just doesn't work. Even if I just have like 3 lands, Grazer 3 drop, that's a good hand. But if I have 2 lands, Grazer 3 drop, that doesn't necessarily work. Maybe I just play the Pick Your Poison and then still don't play the Sentinels. Kind of like this best. I think this is like the highest card quality. And then I'm counting Mox and Mana Crypt as a land. This is 16 quote unquote lands with Oliphant. I think that's good enough. So Mana Crypt, Mox. Let's see, all of these are coming in. We don't need Temple Garden. I think we do want Mortuary. Just have a tapped green Surveil land. Then it turns Misty Rainforest into a Surveil land too. Maybe that's not good enough actually. Since if our Scalding Tarn could get it too, I'd be more interested in it. Okay, I think I do need to play 1 mountain because I have Fabled Passage, so that's pretty obvious. Let's just check how many red sources we actually have. So we'll have 5 red sources. It's plenty. And then how many green? Eight green and 5 blue. We do want a lot of green though. So if I go 3-3-1, that's 8 blue, 11 green, and 5 red. Makes it a little hard to cast specifically Mana Drain, but I have so many green cards, and I want to be able to noble and birds on one, so I think I do want 11 green sources. Okay. Then I always recommend this. Take a screenshot of your list. Can be nice to refer to, definitely. And let's go round one. See you there. All right, welcome to round one. I'm going to keep this hand. It's a little bit slow, but we actually do have a tapped green source, and then our cards are strong, so I'm going to keep. Currency converter's good. What do we lead with? Halfling? I guess I'm not supposed to sack now. See, and just like even when you might not think about it, having a picture of the deck for cards like Green Sun Zenith, just to be like, okay, let me look at all my options, even if you think you might remember everything. For me, seeing it visually in front of you makes it easier. Okay. Forest. Gonna just slam Halfling, even though they could counter. I guess I can also Green Sun. Ooh. See, I can Green Sun for. I could Green Sun for even Outland Liberator right now. I can Green Sun for Hex Drinker plus play a 1-drop. I can go land Mox Emerald, play Tireless Tracker. Maybe the best line is just play Sylvan Library, play Halfling. I think I like that. I'm gonna just play Halfling. They kind of have to counter this, and then maybe I can Oko. I mean, I guess I do need to play Birds of Paradise. Okay, no, I don't. I'm gonna just play Sylvan Library. Can allow me to hit a land drop. Go. Probably just activate currency converter over there. This card is actually pretty strong. It's a lot of text to read, but it's good. Basically, it loots, but then you tap it to put cards that it exiles into your graveyard. And then if it's a land, create a treasure. If it's a non-land, create a 2/2. But when you have, oh wow, they might be Reanimator. They definitely are. Okay. But then with this card, if you just play like, Faithless Looting and cards like that, it still says whenever you discard a card, you exile them. Then you could just start tapping this, make a 2/2 every turn, or like make some treasures, make some 2/2s, and that's pretty good. Okay, they play Mountain. Okay. We might be able to just take 8 here. See what we draw. Use the ability, yes. I think I'm safe to just take 8 and just draw a bunch of cards, get closer to drawing more lands. Then I can just play Oko, play Birds of Paradise, make a food, go from there. Choose 2 cards from your hand, draw on this turn. I think I just keep everything. Go to 12. And then play Oko, can't be countered. I don't want to really elk any of their stuff or my Mox Emerald, but I will just make a food. Play bird. Didn't get there on lands, but that's okay. Probably want to calm down on paying life on this library too. They just convert again. Thing is now, like, if they Torsten, is it? If they Torsten, I can just elk it. Okay. They exile a land, so they can make a treasure with currency converter now. They're doing a fair amount of library manipulation, but we have Oko, so that's pretty good. That just neutralizes so many threats that they could play. And yeah, seems sweet. What's our play next turn? Maybe just play True Name Nemesis, leave up Stern Scolding, maybe Green Sun for Questing Druid. There's Loon going off. Our mailman is like so nice. He always talks to the dog. He's like, "Oh, let him know I left you a package. How you doing today, bud?" Loon right now he's under the couch. He's barking at the mailman. The couch like barely has enough space to fit him. He's going off, barking at him. Didn't even come out. Just laying on his side, barking, not coming out from underneath the couch. Okay, they make a treasure. Feeling good about this game, but it's nowhere near over. They can do a lot of powerful things. Getting back the Torsten, I'm not that worried about. Again, because I'm just going to elk it. They get the trigger. When it enters the battlefield, reveal the top 7. Put any number of creature cards and or lands from among them into your hand. The rest on the bottom. They got... Oh, wow. They're like straight combo. Was not expecting that at all. Necro... I guess they're just Reanimator with also Time Spiral. They could also be Storm plus Reanimator. Okay. So we just start our turn by elking this. They discard a land to hand size, and then they get it with Currency Converter. There's an Oliphant. Yes, I want to use the ability. I think I can put back Oliphant. Put back Noble, or do I keep Noble? What's my turn going to look like? I have 6 mana total. I could also play Tracker, play Forest, elk their thing. I think going to 8 might be okay. It might be rough. I mean, I guess they just drew. Did they take Archon and? Doesn't tell me what they took exactly, but I just assume they took all the creatures. So their hand. They also discarded this mountain. So their hand should be Archon, Shieldred that we know about. Maybe one more card. Maybe one land we should know about. Maybe they have Island in hand too. I think I just can afford to put this on top. No, let's just keep it. Get more mana right now seems good. It's Elkir Torsten. Then go play Tracker. You can play True Name next turn. Play Forest, Investigate. Then play Noble. Then no attacks because I want to leave up Clue. And they have a 2/3 anyway. I could attack for 1 with birds, but it's not as good. And soon we can start attacking. They're not close to casting that Archon and Shieldred. I guess they're somewhat close to reanimating either of those, but I could probably beat that. I have a lot of little things to sack. I can just discard a random card from my hand. Black Lotus. Uh-oh. That's scary. Are they just gonna like hard cast Shieldred with that? Doomsday. Wow, they're just really going for the win. Okay, well, Stern Scolding, please. So they're gonna have 5 cards in library. Wow, they're just going straight Doomsday. Black Lotus Doomsday. Their deck seems pretty scary. They have a lot of good cards. They have a couple ways to reanimate. They have a couple ways to discard. They have Shieldred. They have Archon. Yeah, their deck is sweet, but so is ours. I mean, we can still win this game. Like, if their Doomsday pile is, if their win con with Doomsday is Thassa's Oracle and not Jace, um, they're gonna need to Doomsday for a pile with counter backup. Otherwise, we just Stern Scolding the Thassa's Oracle. And if they're just going to end step here, I assume they're gonna like draw some cards and try to like maybe even win right now, but search your library and graveyard for 5 cards and exile the rest. They lose half their life, they go to 10, which that could also be relevant. And they're putting cards on top. Doomsday, one of the most difficult cards to play with in all of Magic the Gathering. Lotus Petal from hand. Sure. Currency Converter. Draw, discard. I mean, it looks like they're going for Thassa's Oracle here. Discard Island. Exile it with Converter. Play land. Tap 2. Manamorphose. Pretty sweet. Blue, blue. Thassa's Oracle. And then I just Stern Scolding it. Entomb. Okay. Are they entombing for Thassa's Oracle? I guess they are. And then they're going to reanimate it. But they don't have a black mana right now. Did they mess up? They need double black. Maybe they're just exiling a card from their graveyard. I think they might just concede here. Collective Brutality, and then casting Thassa's Oracle. They just wanted to exile a card. Okay. They have 2 cards in the library. 2 cards in hand. Should be game. Stern Scolding when you need it, huh? Just no. I guess I just use the ability to put cards back. Might as well. Wow. Endurance actually might be really good. Let's just go put on top. Put on top. And then what do I do here? Do I just make a 3/3 Green Sun for Questing Druid? Maybe they have another way to win next turn if I can't kill them right now. I kind of want to just like have this endurance up too. So maybe I just want to like leave up endurance no matter what. Could crack clue, draw island, play island. Try to win next turn, especially because I have endurance. If I go make this food a 3/3, get Questing Druid, attack with everything that has power. They block Questing Druid. They take 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can't kill them anyway. All right, I'm gonna pop clue. This gets a counter. I draw island, play island, trigger this. Lagging. Maybe they also have Jace in their deck too, and they're gonna win with Jace. But I don't know if I can stop that. No, wait, can I exchange control? Does that help me at all? Oh, could I have exchanged control and then killed? Is there any way? Yeah, and I think just leave up endurance is fine. Okay. That dies. Now see what they do. They don't have Jace, I think we win. Drawing down to 0. And then Jace. Are they gonna just try to bring back Archon? No, they exile it. Mox Jet. Necromentia. Necromancy. Not Necromentia. Necromancy for Thassa's Oracle. So this targets, right? I'm just not sure how this works. I'm just gonna Endurance right now. Then it just is an enchantment. Then we can just kill them. Okay. Their deck is scary though. Wow. What a game. Relic. We want. Scavenging Ooze we want. Actually don't think we want Pick Your Poison. Is there anything else we want? I don't think so. Maybe just Fast Bond to go fast because they're combo, but I don't think so. Could just take out Iteration because it's a little slow. I think I want Outland Liberator. Definitely want Stern Scolding. That won us that game. Maybe Cryptic Code is not what this is about. Same with NADU. We just don't really have combos with NADU. We're just playing it as like a 3/4 flyer. And like we have a couple like ways to equip. That doesn't even equip. We can target our own thing with O-Code, get a NADU trigger. We can Minx and Boo, get a O-Code, get a NADU trigger. I'm gonna try just getting rid of the Cryptic Coat also. I think I want Oliphant. Okay, let's go. Relic and Scoos. We have some good artifact and enchantment hate still. They did a lot. They like comboed pretty quickly. On the same turn they cast Doomsday, they cast off Oracle, and then had 2 cards in the library, and then next turn threatened to reanimate Thassa's Oracle too. That was really sick. Like we were able to answer it both times, but not always going to be the case. Our draw was also a little bit slow too. We had turn 1 tapped green source, so we weren't able to just like start playing 3 drops on turn 2, which is really what our deck's about. Like playing turn 2 Oko and then having like a mana drain or something or a miscalc is so good compared to like turn 2 play mana dork. Opponent is deciding if they want to play first. I'll come back when they're back. All right, they're back. Let's not keep this hand. Hand's fantastic. We have a turn 2 questing druid, or we can leave up mana drain on 2. Can also just play Outland Liberator, threaten to flip right away if they don't play a spell next turn. But then I don't get to do anything too crazy next turn. Is playing birds better? Because I can go play birds, next turn play Outland Liberator, leave up mana drain. Alright, I'm going to play Mox Emerald too. Yeah, then next turn I tap both my green sources, play Island, play Outland Liberator. Alternatively, I can just play Questing Druid, or Questing Beast, which that really puts a clock on them, and then I could play Liberator, leave up Mana Drain after that. I think I'm going to do that, actually. And there's Stern Scolding. Nice. Turn 2, Questing Beast. Let's go. I think I might have been saying Questing Druid the whole time. 5-turn clock. Pressure's on. Yeah, and then again, now I just play this, leave up my counters, and then I basically just never need to tap out ever again, as long as like I have Questing Beast on the battlefield. I can like play my Outland Liberator, leave up my counters, but I don't need to do more than that. Manamorphose into Doomsday? Looks like it. The thing is I have Mana Drain, Stern Scolding, so we don't have that many counters. We just have these two plus Miscalculation, I believe. But we have like Oko and other ways to interact potentially. But yeah, we don't have that much interaction, but we just keep drawing it. And as we saw, like the Stern Scolding was enough time. It bought us enough time to set up like the second piece of interaction in the Endurance in game 1. Opponent's deck is sick. They also have Black Lotus, Shieldred, Time Spiral. Shieldred Time Spiral is a combo. They're going to take a while to resolve this Doomsday. Is that just that hard to play with that card? I guess we should have looked at their entire exile, which we didn't do last game. They also have Mox Emerald. Jeez. They didn't get Shieldred. Okay, there's a Simic Growth Chamber. So let's play Liberator, play Growth Chamber, attack, leave up my counters. Now even if they like have Duress, that doesn't do it. They're also at 4. Brainstorm. Interesting. Into Brainstorm into Manamorphose into Thassa's Oracle. Hope I don't have a counter, is their line. Yeah, they need like a Thoughtseize or something. I mean, maybe not, but Entomb. They're going to try to reanimate Oracle this time. Wheel of Fortune in the graveyard. Sack Black Lotus, play Thassa's Oracle. Now do I Mana Drain or do I Stern Scolding? And then reanimate it? Wow. Oh wait, I can kill this, right? I don't think, do they get it back? If it's on the battlefield, it becomes an aura. Okay. Can't believe we were able to fight through this interaction. Turn 2 Questing Beast with double interaction for the combo. It's pretty insane. Their deck is so good. They also have like a good reanimator package on top of it. It's like insane we were able to do this. They're gonna like complain in the chat. No. Okay. Nice. Opponent's deck was a lot more powerful than ours, but we just had the right interaction at the right time. Let's go round 2. All right, round 2. We're on the play. Our draw was like insane to be able to beat that deck. That deck that we played against in round 1 was so incredibly strong. That was nuts. I don't really need Breeding Pool, but I could draw Mana Drain, and I don't think it costs me that much. Maybe play around Wasteland less, but it's just Noble Go. What am I doing on turn 2? Probably just slamming Nadu with Noble. This is like modern. I'm just going to attack for 4 with my Nadu. Watery Grave Soul Ring. Okay. Just going to stick to the plan. I F6, but I don't want to F6 their turn because I may need to evoke Endurance. I really don't want to, but I may have to. There's the Mana Drain. Nice. I feel like Mana Drain should lock this up. Let's just play Island, attack with Nadu for 4. They missed a land drop. Then I'm going to just play Hex Drinker level 1s with Noble. And then that telegraphs that we have counter, but I think that's fine. If they just try to play anything big and I get to mana drain it, very mastermind. Kind of want to just mana drain this. Just not let them get anything going. I get mana to put into my Hex Drinker for sure. Just seems good. Maybe they like go land 4-drop here or something, but preordain. Okay. But they need to top lands and then play a 3-drop. 0 top, 2 bottom. No land? Okay, nice. So let's just go level, level. Actually, I don't want to tap Noble now because I want to leave up Endurance. Level again. Play Copperline Gorge. Attack for 7. And then have Endurance up. Opponent just not really functioning here against our turn 2 Nadu. Turn 3 Hex Drinker, leave up Mana Drain. They have to deal with like many things because this is going to be a 6/6 pro everything next turn. We also get Nadu triggers if they target our stuff. They're at 7 with Noble. Hex Drinker kills them. I'm going to play Endurance. I'm going to have 2/3 power things also. Yeah, we got them. I think I'm not going to sideboard. Just going to run the main deck back. See you in game 2. All right, game 2. Sand's pretty bad, but I think I should keep. I have an Oliphant to get another land. I have a Fabled Passage. Oh man, they have the turn 1 Soul Ring again. I'm just going to leave up Stone Scolding here. See what they do. Hopefully they play something that I can counter. If not, I can cycle Oliphant. Get Mountain. There's Breeding Pool. Do I want to just slam Sylvan Library? Not really. I want to... They're probably going to Fairy Mastermind again. I think I'm just going to Breeding Pool tapped. Pass. Okay. Nothing from them. Sure. They're just still not doing anything? Wow. Pick your poison. Okay, I'm definitely going to just start with that. You sack an artifact. Then play Island to make it look like we have Mana Drain. Mystic Confluence, counter draw 2. Okay. That sucks, but we were going to get got by that anyway. Pass. Time Warp. Just explore, basically. Play Orphene's Tower. Sure. Don't really want to just jam Mingxingbu into a counter that they could have. Okay, I'll just counter this. That was a pretty aggressive Time Warp. Maybe they should have just waited on that, done something else. Just depends what they have. Tinker into Bolas to Citadel. Okay. Do they hit spell on top that they want to cast? Now that they're tapped out, I think I am slamming Mixabu. I also want to put as much pressure on their life total as I can. Doomsday? Are we gonna... Oh, so we just get killed. Oh my god. What's with the Doomsday decks? Jesus. I'm gonna send a text real quick while they're doomsdaying. I'll come back in a second. Okay, one thing interesting, I sent my text. One thing interesting is Time Warp is being highlighted right now. So just makes it easy to tell that they put Time Warp in the stack. So they're putting cards on top. Then they can Time Warp right now, then untap and win. Okay. Let's see what they do. I mean, I'm assuming we're dead if they have Doomsday in their deck. Let's see what else they have. Oh, Valky. Interesting. I mean, I'm gonna let this all happen. They're at 3. Maybe they mess up. Showing them these cards doesn't really hurt us that much. Abomination, Time Spiral, Baleful Strix. They're at 2. And 0 cards in library, and then Thassa's Oracle. Yeah. Shieldred. Okay. They're not really doing any reanimator stuff, so I don't know if I want Relic Scoos. I guess it's okay, but I don't know if it's exactly what we want. Let's just run it back. All right, game 3. Let's hope they don't have Soul Ring this time. I'll keep this. Not the best looking hand, but we have a miscalc. We have lands, we have spells. I think it's good enough. Probably just get Breeding Pool here. No. Why always turn one Soul Ring, please? Ooh. Do I want to leave up Miscalc? I think I do. Just slam the Outland Lid next turn. If they play any spell here, I'll just go for Miscalc. Maybe they go for Tinker. Go for Tinker? Coalition Relic. Let's definitely counter that and then kill this. That kind of sets them back to the Stone Age, hopefully. Preordain. This could be good too, because they could preordain assuming they're going to have this Soul Ring still, but I'm going to kill it. Mox Diamond. Another spell right now? I think I still kill the Soul Ring over the Mox Diamond, even though it gives them a black source. And then I think I Chariot before Questing Beast. That gives me like the most power and the most inevitability. And I would want to leave up Mana Drain, but I think I need to just start playing my spells. Go. Now I might be able to leave up Mana Drain though. Especially if I can draw any land, then I can play Tracker, leave up Mana Drain. Especially Island would be good. Then I can play Tracker, play Island, Crew Chariot, attack with everything. Petty Theft right now. Okay. Land? No. But Pick Your Poison is good too. I think I can just go USAC an artifact, play Tracker, Crew, then attack, copy my cat. They're not close to like casting Doomsday right now. They don't have any artifacts because we've dealt with them. So feeling good here. Nice. Now I can just go land, crack, crew. And then actually leave up Mana Drain now. Sweet. They can flash in Borrower, which doesn't matter. Looks like we're going to the finals here, most likely. Nice. See you in round 3. All right, welcome to the finals. Would you like to play first? Yes. A little sketchy. I'm gonna keep though. We have a Sylvan Library, we have Noble, we have Green Sun to get another mana dork if we want. If we draw land, we just get to turn 2 Oko. If our Noble gets killed, that's where things get rough, but let's hope it doesn't. What's the play? Is it Green Sun for birds? Is it play Sylvan Library? I think it's play Sylvan Library. Porcelain Legionnaire on turn 1, taking 4 damage. We drew land anyway. I mean, I can just Pest Infestation that. Because they're an Ancient Tomb deck, I can probably wait on the Pest Infestation as well. I could just play Oko, make a food. I can also just play Cryptic Coat since they're taking so much damage. Yeah, maybe just play Cryptic Coat. But playing Oko, like, they can just attack Oko down, but then that's not that bad for me. Island or Breeding Pool? I'll just Cryptic Coat here. Putting an unblockable clock on them when their first land was Ancient Tomb and took 4 damage seems pretty strong. Especially, I can just wait on this Oko, like I said. I can just Pest Infestation for X equals 1 next turn. Attack for 4. Just then play Oko with a Pest to block or something. I don't know. Seems good. Obviously, drawing the land there was insane for us, too. These Vintage Cubes drafts are so fun. Really good way to play Magic. Opponent with 7 cards in hand. Turn 1 Porcelain Legionnaire, but we got lucky to draw the land, so we had the turn 2 Cryptic Coat. Ooh, Portable Hole. Exile our Noble. Okay. Exile Noble is an interesting choice. Now I can Green Sun for a bird, or if I draw land, I'm really off to the races. Nice. think I'm just playing Oko. Make a food now. Then next turn I can make that food into an elk. Oko's at 6 loyalty. It's just so busted. Sick. 13 to 15, and they have to start attacking Oko now. While Oko just continues to tick up. 2 plus 2 plus 1 plus 2 plus 1. What is this? Lelia. Okay, so they actually kill Oko. But that was also like worst case scenario for me, and they also are at 10 versus my unblockable thing too. Oh no, they did. They just first striked Oko. I was like, they attacked one at me, but no, they didn't. Ooh, Mana Crypt. I would say that's risky, but it allows me to Pest Infestation for one more, or I can just get a Questing Beast right now and then just try to win next turn. I mean, Pest Infestation for X equals 2, kill Porcelain Legionnaire and Portable Hole seems insane. X is currently 2. Make 4 things. Attack for 4. Put you to 6. And then next turn I could green send for Questing Beast. Sweet. They can attack with Lelia to get one more card. But they just took so much damage from their lands this game. They took 2 from this, 4 from this, 1 from this. 7 damage total. And then we had a turn 2 Cryptic Coat. It's going to be tough for them here. They're in the tank. Maybe they have some way to get out of this, like a Wrath. But even then, I still get to just get a Questing Beast. And their deck doesn't look like it's going to have a Wrath. I think they're just like Boros aggro, basically. I think my wife's home. I gotta go let her in. 1 second. She doesn't have a key. Okay, I stepped away. So it looks like they're at 3. They cast Flicker Wisp, but they didn't realize we had an Oliphant under the thing, so I think we just kill them. Tails. 1 to flip, of course. And then I don't know what they could have. I'm just gonna still Questing Beast here. I don't really care about showing it to them. Even if they're already dead on board. Okay. We got them. 1 more for the QW. Maybe Scavenging Ooze, if they're like an aggro deck and Sentinels come in here. Maybe even a Boreal Grazer too. I think I like all of these. What do I not want? Pick Your Poison actually can be good. We already saw multiple artifacts from them. Sylvan Library. Endurance is also pretty good. Seems weird to side out Tracker, but I think Tracker is like worse at blocking than like Sentinels, and I'm gonna be on the draw too. Maybe I can also take out Iteration. Just go faster and more streamlined and just like play creatures. Seems like a plan to me. Just want to affect the board. Okay. Fabled Passage into Cynic Growth Chamber, but we have an Olifant too? I'm gonna keep. This is like a slow popper hand with like Fabled Passage, fetch, get island, cycle Olifant for mountain, play Growth Chamber, then mana drain up on turn 3. But I think it's okay. We have enough power with these cards that I think we can keep. Hex Drinker, okay. That makes me kind of want to just get Forest and then just play Hex Drinker and then play Growth Chamber. Oh god. Mana Crypt into Hero? Geez, turn 2 Hero? That'll probably do it. I think I just try to... Still need to try to mana drain, most likely. Okay. Maybe this was just a mulligan. Should have tried to get something faster on the draw. I could Green Sun for like halfling in order to like play Minx and Boo next turn, but I just need to answer this and I can't right now. Maybe still getting halfling is like gives me the best chance. I think I'm just gonna die to that anyway though. Still think I just get halfling actually. Because then I can just Minx and Boo and maybe some world that's enough if I draw untap land also. And they lose every flip, but they attack for so much here. They're probably gonna have like a Lelia too. Palace Jailer. Okay, okay. I think we can just go to the next one. Turn 2 Hero on the play. We can't beat that. I still think I like my sideboard plan. I don't necessarily have any outs for like their fast hero anyway. Let's do it. One more for the trophy win still. Maybe Tracker should be in the deck. No, let's just run it like this. All right, game 3 of the finals. We're on the play though. Yeah. Nice. This hand looks great. This hand looks really good. Turn 1 Scavenging Ooze. Turn 2 nothing, I guess. Really good. Turn 1 2 mana 2/2. Stop it. It is honestly pretty good. We're on the play too, so. Scoos go. Planes, they have 1-drop. The white creature decks are so good. Oh, there's Mother of Ruins. Do not want to see that. Ooh. Grazer is kind of interesting. It just isn't bad here. Let's attack and then play 2 land, Grazer and play 2 lands. Combo with Growth Chamber here. It's like modern again. Pass. Mother of Ruins kind of wrecks us, but I can play a Seed Shark into a Cryptic Code and then eventually play a True Name. Okay, they destroy our Growth Chamber. That's annoying. get island. Okay. I don't think Copperland Gorge really does anything. I think I play Seed Shark over playing Cryptic Coat, because then I can play the Cryptic Coat, trigger the Seed Shark, get more value. Flying and First Strike. I have 0-3 reach though. It's a good curve though. Mom into White Orchid Phantom. Figured they were more white weenie than red, but yeah, their deck is good. The White Orchid Phantom really hasn't hurt us that much yet. We just needed the blue source anyway, which it didn't take us off of. Thalia. Thalia actually just makes our incubator one bigger for this Cryptic Coat because we have an extra mana anyway. And Giver, wow. They're really white weaning. I guess they're splashing red. Noble as well. Okay, so I just go Cryptic Coat, trigger this for 4, don't play the Noble this turn. Nice. Getting a 4/4 there. Oh, I only get a 3/3? It's worth mana value? I thought that worked. Guess it doesn't. Damn. Also, I mean, I get a Cryptic Coat here also. I think I can attack, actually. Oh, then they can just block and fog. Okay, well, I have a win con in Cryptic Coat and hopefully True Name Nemesis soon too, and they're not really doing anything to me at this point. Grazer and Seed Shark holding down the fort. Hero of Bladehold here would be annoying. Ooh, that's good too. And they can start Giver / Mother of Ruinsing to like start attacking for 3. But I can start attacking for 4 unblockable with this Noble Hierarch. And then I can potentially chump this. Maybe I even just chump right now if they let me. Oh, I can block with Seed Shark. I don't think they're gonna have. Okay, they're gonna pro blue. I think I just chump right now. Yeah. I can also eat it with Scavenging Ooze, which is decent. And Thraben Inspector. Wow, what a draw from them. Nice. So play land, play noble, attack for 4. Actually, I attack with both of these, I think. Can I also attack with Scavenging Ooze as a 3/3? What are their blocks if that's the case? They could block with Thalia and Thraben Inspector and give the Thalia pro green. That's not a good trade for me, so I guess this is attacking for 5. Should I just stay back with Seed Shark? I think the 1 damage could be relevant. I'm going to play True Name anyway. Okay. And True Name, I have 0 cards in hand. They have 1 card in hand. Protection from you. And I have a True Name as a blocker, a Scavenging Ooze 3/3 blocker, and I have this Incubator token that I can get in with it. They cannot. Oh, they can Giver of Ruins protection from colorless. Wow. We both had good draws this game. I kept saying what a good draw from them, but our draw was good too. It was our draw was solid too, yeah. We had a Mox, a little bear in our Scavenging Ooze. Still at 20 though, and I have True Name plus Cryptic Coat. So it's going to be, I think, hard for them to get out of this. I don't know if they can attack with White Orchid Phantom anymore because they kind of need to block Chrome Host Seed Shark to prevent a 2-turn clock. It's funny, I can't deal with like one Hero of Bladehold, but I can potentially deal with like all of these creatures. Also, I didn't really do anything in game 2 of this game. I'm actually playing spells quickly and functioning. Opponent cracks Clue. Again, yeah, we're still at 20, so we're not close to dying. And Thalia hasn't really hurt us much at all. Wouldn't let me, I wasn't able to play my Noble, but could hurt them as well. They're in the tank. Yeah, I'm just not sure how they're going to deal us 20 because I don't really foresee them being able to deal with these. Yeah, so when I stepped away in game 2, yeah, I guess they flicker whisked my cloaked creature just to try to take coat off of it, but then I had an Olifant under it. Insane. Because I guess they can't flicker whisk the cryptic coat, that doesn't work. So they had to just hope that it was like a spell or a land or something. Okay, I'm gonna come back when they make a decision. Okay, they made one action. They played Sunbaked Canyon. And now back in the tank. A good way to play Magic though is to tank, 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 and figure out your entire line that you're going to take in a turn. And then just, okay, think about the line, make sure you can execute. I'm going to do this, then this, then this. And then just think about it, make sure that's what you want to do, and then do all of it. Don't be like, I'm going to do one thing and then see what happens, unless you're like, I'm going to do one thing and see what they're going to do. And that's your whole play. But usually you don't want to do anything. Or you want to not do anything and then do everything at once. Pro blue. Okay, I'll take 3. Would have been an interesting block with Noble and then make my Scavenging Ooze even bigger, but I don't think I need to do that. Do they have another play main too? But I am going to Scavenging Ooze go up to 18 here. Then just probably attack for 6. And I actually do have 6 mana. So instead of flipping Incubator, I could attack for 6 and then bounce and replay Cryptic Coat for 6 mana total. Lightning Bolt targeting Scavenging Ooze? Okay. Sure. They're at 12 now, so now they're on a 2-turn clock as well. NADU. NADU is sweet. I think playing NADU is better than getting a new Cryptic Coat, because it's another flyer. So it's just attack with our 2 unblockable things. Play an NADU and then leave up Cryptic Coat activation. Oh no, yeah, you can't equip this. What am I saying? But you can bounce it. Let's just play a NADU and then leave up Incubator or Cryptic Coat activation. I don't even really want to bounce Cryptic Code at this point, but if they were to like kill it, then sure, I could bounce it at that point. They're drawing a card, good sign for us. I think we might have this. I can't believe we were able to win match one. That's what was crazy. That deck was insanely good. Opponent's deck in the finals here looks really good too. Portable Hole gone. NADU ability, just look at all the text that just Magic Online puts on all the cards. Looks really bad. Okay, they get a 4/4 flying. But I don't even need to attack with my flyers. I can just attack with my unblockable creatures. Outland Liberator. So, should I attack with everything? I don't think so. Just gonna play it safe here. Just attack with these. Nice. Sweet. Little 3-0. This was definitely one of my better cube decks that I've had recently. Here's the list again. We didn't get to like jam Minx and Boo too much, but we did jam Oko, Nadus. A lot of fun. Thanks so much for watching this cube draft, and hope you enjoyed something a little different. See you next time. Peace.